The Korean Jindo is a breed of hunting dog that originated on Chindo Island in South Korea. Brought to the United States with South Korean immigrants, it is celebrated in its native land for its strong loyalty and bravery. The Jindo breed became recognized by the United Kennel Club on January 1, 1998, and by the Fédération Cynologique Internationale in 2005. History of the breed. There is no written evidence of the breed's origin. There is no doubt that these dogs have been living on Chindo Island for several millennia. There are various versions about the origin of Jindo. One theory claims that the breed is descended from Mongolian dogs that accompanied Mongol troops during the invasion of Korea around the 13th century. In the conditions of island life, dogs have retained the features of their ancient ancestors. Now the breed is under the protection of the law. In 1962, the South Korean government granted Chindo national treasure status. Due to the special status of the dogs, it is difficult to export them outside Korea. Jindo participated in the opening ceremony of the 1988 Summer Olympics in Seoul. A research center has been established in Korea to study and preserve Korean Chindo. The Korean government and Samsung have made efforts to internationally recognize the breed. The breed was recognized by the International Cynological Federation in 1995 on a provisional basis and in 2005 on a permanent basis. Appearance. Chindos are medium-sized, double-coated, wild-type Spitz dogs. It differs from other Spitz and Mestizo breeds in the proportions of the skull, muzzle, head and body. The Korean Jindo comes across as an intelligent, strong, agile and alert dog. Sexual dimorphism is strongly expressed in the breed. The head of the male is wider, cheeky, with a powerful muzzle. The head of the bitch is lighter and has a triangular shape. In general, the bitches are more elegant. The head is triangular when viewed from above. The ears are erect, the muzzle is straight. The nose is black, in white dogs it is pink. The eyes are dark, rather small, with a lively expression. The outer corners of the eyes are raised towards the ears. The tail is long, in the form of a half ring or ring, touching the back. In the breed, two types of addition are traditionally distinguished, Mongol or Kyopki, a more muscular and stocky dog. The height at the withers is equal to the length of the body. The depth of the chest is approximately equal to half the height at the withers. The loin is short. The Hudu or Hyotki is a slender dog, with a slightly shallower chest depth and a slightly longer loin. The head, ears, muzzle are also longer. The Korean National Cynological Association also recognizes the third body type Kakal, intermediate, with an elongated body and deep chest. The following colors are allowed in the breed: fawn, black, black and tan, brindle, gray, and also white, light fawn with brown or light brown tips of the ears, tail and back of the hind legs, and sometimes with a belt along the back. The undercoat is dense, light in color. Character and temperament. Chingo are smart, intelligent, curious dogs. They are active and energetic, so the content in the apartment is not suitable for them. Once in a closed room, the dog becomes nervous. She will look for a way to get out, to tear furniture, wallpaper. The best place for a pet is a vast yard where the dog can run and frolic to its fullest. Chindo are quick-witted, love to complete difficult tasks. However, due to the restless nature, training can take a long time. Jindo possess excellent hunting abilities. They are temperate, attentive, courageous, can chase prey and cope with medium and large game. Chindo are good-natured towards children. However, you should not walk him with other dogs, he will show aggression. Dogs are renowned for their loyalty. They become attached to the owner and experience separation hard. There are cases when a pet looked for the owners who had left it and returned to them, overcoming hundreds of kilometers. So, in 1993, one owner sold his pet to a person who lived 300 kilometers from the previous place of residence of Chindo. 6 months later, the emaciated, exhausted dog returned to its former owner, unable to come to terms with the separation. Chindo has one oddity: they hate water. Unlike other breeds that love to swim, these dogs cannot be driven into the water. They avoid situations in which they can get wet, do not go out into the rain, diligently bypass puddles. Washing Chindo is quite difficult. The legend of devotion. Korean Jindo is well known for its loyal and affectionate nature. Many Chindos do not accept food from anyone other than their owners. In 1993, a 7-year-old female Chindo Peku, raised by an 83-year-old resident of Chindo Island, was sold to a new owner in Daejeon, about 300 kilometers from the island. The dog escaped and returned to its first owner 7 months later, emaciated and exhausted. The story became a national sensation in Korea and formed the basis for the plots of documentaries, cartoons and literary works for children. In 2004, the Peku Monument was erected in Jindo County. Using Watchdog Service. Chindo are excellent guard dogs. They are good at distinguishing their family members and friends from strangers. It is known that in the Korean army, Jindo is used as guard dogs at large bases. Under normal circumstances, these dogs are silent, so their barking reliably indicates any incident. Koreans call Jindo gatekeepers and tie them up near the entrance to the farmhouse. Hunting. Chindos have outstanding hunting abilities, hunt large and medium game. They are mainly used for hunting deer and wild boar. In Korea, there is a legend about 3 Chindos who killed the Amur tiger. There are isolated reports of Korean owners that the dog in the morning led them into the forest to the carcass of a deer killed by the dog alone. In America, it is reported that the Chindos are killing coyotes that invade the area they protect. In traditional Korean hunting without guns, a flock of well-trained Jindo was highly prized. A pack of dogs devoted to the owner easily killed the deer and protected the prey from scavengers, while one of the dogs led the owner to the place where the prey was. Features of the content. Chindo are not well suited for keeping in an apartment or house. The best option would be to live in the yard of a private house on a long leash or freely. In the second case, the fence must be at least 1.8 meters high, without the possibility of digging a hole under it. Jindos are very clean and even squeamish. They instinctively keep themselves clean and do not empty in places where it is already dirty. Interestingly, many Korean dogs hate water. They refuse to leave the house in rainy weather and even more so, to climb into a pond. For the same reason, bathing them can be very problematic. They do not require special care. Seasonal molt is abundant, the rest of the time is moderate. The owner needs to brush the dog from time to time if it is necessary to clean the ears and trim the nails. They bathe very rarely. Korean Jindos love physical activity, so life in the city is not suitable for these animals. Dogs love freedom and it is impossible to keep them in a closed apartment. The constant stay at home begins to badly affect the behavior of the animal. The dog will begin to gnaw furniture and shoes in the house, thereby splashing out the accumulated energy. The ideal living conditions for representatives of the Korean Jindo breed are country houses with large backyards where the pet can run freely. You cannot put these dogs on a chain. From an early age, dogs of this breed need to be socialized. If this is not done, then there is a chance to raise an aggressive, disobedient animal. Dogs of the Korean Jindo breed love an active lifestyle, so the owner should regularly walk the pet and give him physical activity. Physical and intellectual training should be carried out with representatives of this breed. For the correct execution of commands, the dog can be rewarded with a treat. Health and disease. Korean Chindos are in good health. A minority of dogs may suffer from dysplasia of the joints, eye diseases, hypothyroidism. Despite good health, the dog must be properly looked after, regularly visited by the veterinarian and vaccinated. Where to buy a puppy. In Korea, the maintenance and breeding of the national treasure is taken very seriously. There is a set of rules and laws that control the state of the livestock. For example, a person cannot have a dog if he does not work and is unable to maintain it. About 180 puppies are registered in the country annually. Special organizations closely monitor the registration, breeding and movement of dogs throughout the country. According to some reports, only 35 Korean Jindo dogs were exported abroad. The purchase of a puppy by foreign citizens is possible after receiving a package of documents permitting export but not breeding in another country. Price. Every year, the price of a Korean Jindo puppy increases by about 50%. If in 2007 a baby could be taken for 18,000 won, then in 2009 the price already reached 100,000 won, about $100. Recent prices for puppies range from 300,000 to 50 million won, $400. Conclusion. Korean Chindo are incredibly loyal to their master. Despite its stubborn and complex nature, the dog knows how to love. If the owner can find an approach to the heart of the Jindo, then a more devoted friend cannot be found.